Ooh, yeah, it's the Titan. Oh, no, that's not my name. Hey, what's everybody? What's good, everybody? This is your man, the Titan Montezi, and I am here on the exclusive podcast, the best podcast you will get anything wrestling, everything pro wrestling with my man Conrad. Make sure you guys tune in. Montezi, Swerve City, AVM. Let's get it going, man.
Not many in this can understand. This the podcast to show you who I am. Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans. Please listen every day to the showcase. The opinions and knowledge that anyone can take. Showing you how it is done. Proving I am number one. What a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here. This podcast just to make it loud and clear. By the fans, for the fans. Not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling. It can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes.
Today's episode of the podcast is sponsored by Powerslam.tv. If you guys are interested in a wrestling network that's got you covered for all the latest and greatest in independent pro wrestling, go to Powerslam.tv, use our promo code EPW Show and get 1 free month of independent wrestling on us. And 'tis the season for you guys to be jolly. And we also have Manscaped. Manscaped.com has all your needs for what you need for the best in grooming. So make sure you guys go to manscaped.com, use our promo code EPW Show. You can save 20% and get free delivery. They have a bunch of great products that I've actually used myself, and I would highly recommend that you guys get them. They make for great gifts, especially if you have someone's birthday. And like I said, it's the holiday season. So if you guys want to make the trees look taller, trim the bushes, and make sure that you guys go to manscaped.com and put in our promo code EPW Show. With that being said, let's go to the intro from Montezi. Let's get it.
Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
All right, you guys see the Manscaped up there. If you guys want to get that promo code. Tonight, the chair is empty next to me. No Derek in the house. Derek is out, but we want to give him our best wishes. Derek is not feeling well. So tonight is a solo show, but that doesn't mean you guys can't help a brother out. Do me a favor. We are moving up slowly but surely with the subscribers. So if you are new and you like what you hear, please hit the subscribe button if you are listening on YouTube. And if you're an audio listener and you like what you hear, hit that follow or subscribe button on the podcast that you enjoy. We will bring you the latest and greatest when it comes to professional wrestling. That is what we do here at Everything Pro Wrestling. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like button. Helps in the algorithm. We are trying to get up there so we become like one of the #1 searches. So help me out there with that. But we've got a lot of people in the chat ready to talk some AEW Dynamite. Lots of good things happening. I appreciate everybody who is joining the live. Like I said, come on in, leave a like. Tell a friend. If you got a friend who likes pro wrestling, make that your goal this week. Tell a friend to check out Everything Pro Wrestling. It would be appreciated. All right. What is going on? Mr. Positively E is the first one in here saying CC. What's good, E? KJ also in the house. What is going on? Thank you for joining us. Azan said, dim boys. What's going on, Azan? BJ saying, woo, woo. BJ had a tremendous stream on Twitch. Got to give it up to BJ for that. So I thank you, good sir, for allowing me to come in there and chat it up with you. Chad, what's happening? Appreciate you, brother. J-Hub, he says, it's me. Give me a show, yeah. That's the fishing line. Appreciate you coming in here, J-Hub. That peach, Nyla. Chad Schrader says, Shell, yeah, J-Hub. Look at that. Appreciate you guys. Everybody's enjoying it. Matt Lopez in the house. What's good, Matt? Thank you so much. A saying, year. What's good? What's good? What's good? We get a lot of people saying hi to each other. Queen of the Indies. Listen, guys, I'm doing some free promotion right now. So if you haven't, please check out Queen of the Indies. She has just rebranded. So if you're subscribed to me, she has indie wrestling on lock, and she has the key. You guys are going to want to definitely check her out. If you're interested in becoming a wrestler behind the scenes in pro wrestling, she has the indie scene on lock. So make sure you guys give her a look. She has a new channel. It is called the IWC Indie Wrestling Corner. So make sure you show Tiff some love. I appreciate you, Tiff. Keep producing great content. Like, that's all I can say about this. If you follow me, follow her. That's all I can tell you. She's one of my good friends in the wrestling community. So much love. BJ said you put up that outdoor lawnmower for the season, but that doesn't mean you can't use the one inside. Hashtag Manscaped. BJ, I may need you just to record a bunch of these and just send them to me. We'll just include them in the audio podcast. Sup, Conrad. Rip Dolph. Yes, I did hear about his passing today, the rapper Young Dolph. R.I.P., man. What is good? We got a lot of people popping up in here. Thank you guys so much, man. The love is appreciated. Bryan Danielson with the 2006 heel vibes. Yes, dude. So dope. So dope. Chad saying, get better soon, Derek. Yes. Yes. Get well, Derek. My tree will never look bigger. If you trim the bushes down low enough, it always looks bigger, bro. That's what I've been told, at least. So do your best, Sonny. That's all I can say. Get that 20% off at least. Thank you for the love, Tiff. Appreciate it. Brian's heel work is outstanding. Brian's outstanding no matter what he does. Them boys are on the hunt. I don't know what that means. The GCW Tag Team Champions are out here. So you never know what they're going to do next. Look at that. Everybody's showing love in the chat. I love it when everybody's getting along. It's great. It is great. It is great. So listen, guys, AEW Dynamite tonight. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to get into the show and give some different formats, talk about it. And I kind of want your thoughts and opinions on where things are going, what's happening. We're going to run it down from the top to the bottom like we usually do. So let's go. With that being said, let's start off with how the show began. And tonight was all about cowboy shit. It is National Cowboy Shit Day because we have a new AEW World Champion. And if you guys haven't checked out our full gear review, it was tremendous. We got great numbers on that one, and I appreciate everybody who checked it out, especially those of you who come in live and chat with me. It is appreciated. Adam Hangman Page, the title just looks right with him. This is the story that we've been waiting for so long. And the more I thought about it, this story's not complete yet. The story is still happening. It's still continuing. There's a lot that can still go on with this. Right? I see it. What do I mean by that? How do we start off Cowboy Shit Day? The Elite are backstage, and Kenny Omega says that he lost to Hangman Page. Hangman Page was the better man that night. Agreed. And with him saying all of that, what does that mean? Kenny Omega says that he's going to have to take a step away from everything. Hurt my soul to hear that. Hurt my soul. Really bad. Kenny Omega says he's going to step away from the ring for now. And it just pains me, dude, to know Kenny's going to be out possibly for a little bit of time. And we heard the rumors. His shoulders were hurting really bad. He doesn't want to lift weights right now. Like, he could do the bar and that's it. Kenny Omega was chiseled. That came in late. Kenny Omega was chiseled with everything that happened. And he's injured now, and he's just in a bad position to do this. So I think as fans, it would be selfish for us to want him to be here. Let Kenny Omega heal up. Let him go get some rest. He needs it. Let him take some time off. But I was talking about why I think this story isn't over yet. We then go to Adam Cole saying, "Don't worry, Cleaner, we got you. I'm gonna hold it down while you're gone." And Kenny said, "I was actually talking to the Bucks, and we saw dissension, bro. That dissension that a lot of people have been seeing with the Elite, and it's here. It's here to stay. It looks like. I don't know what this means. I don't know what's going to happen with this. I feel like you could tell so many stories with Kenny and Kota coming together. Could you tell a story with what happened last time? Remember, going back to the Ring of Honor days, Kenny Omega was the person who kicked Adam Cole out of the Bullet Club and had the Young Bucks do it. There's a lot of backstory to all of this. It's going to be really, really good, man. Really, really good. And I'm seeing some people in the chat here pulling up some good stuff. KJ, if you didn't hear me before, hello. Cowboy shit, Rob says. Love that we see little tease with Cole and Omega. Yes, we need that match. That's a pay-per-view match. Adam and the Dark Order are fickle. Look at my man, Jesus De Leon. What's good, Jesus? Kenny and Cole tease down the line. I like it. Kenny needs to rest up, and he's got to drop that AAA belt. He does have a match coming up in December for the AAA Championship. So make sure you guys watch that. I got it posted on the Everything Pro Wrestling Facebook group. Just type it in, and you guys will be able to find it. And we have it on our official Everything Pro Wrestling page as well. Cheap plug. And follow us on all socials at EPW Show. E says, I'm going to miss Kenny, but he's got to heal up, getting to the end of the line for him. He's closing in on 40. Ibushi is immortal, though. What is going on, Mr. C? He says, ha, 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 that sound came through so late. I meant to hit it a while ago, and it just never played. So I have to yell at my soundboard there because it took a while for it to happen. I don't know if any of you guys watched him on Bo Hightower, but Kenny definitely needs some time off. Yeah. Fickle. Bryan Danielson is going to go through every member of the Dark Order to get the Hangman Page. I would like it. Conrad, the Briscoes, a lot of people. Okay. What happened to Don now? I don't know what happened to him. Somebody tell me. The Clash starting again, and that is undisputed. Brian goes on the Dark Order. Is Don done? I don't know. Does somebody have it? Queen, if you have a YouTube channel, if you don't mind dropping it in the chat so I can subscribe to your channel. Feel free, Tiff. I think it'll let you do it. It should. Mods, she's good to post it if anybody's trying to stop that. So Dark Order are in the ring. They're ready to celebrate. They're ready to get on their cowboy shit with Adam Hangman Page. Here he comes. Fans are chanting at him. You deserve it. You deserve it. But as I like to tell people, it's not you deserve it. He earned it. Adam Hangman Page is now the AEW World Champion. And I really loved his post-interview promo in the ring after at Full Gear. And I really enjoyed this one tonight as well. But no quicker than he says that he earned it. We've got a new number one contender. Remember, we had at the pay-per-view the new number one contender. Who is coming out? Bryan Danielson, and he is ready to stake his claim as the number one contender for the AEW World Championship. Bryan came off as such a douchebag in this segment. He was so good, though. Matt brought it up earlier. Ring of Honor 2009 vibes. Really, really really good stuff. If you've never seen him as a heel, he's amazing. So they get into it over all of this, and he's really putting him down. And the Virginia fans, Adam Page is in his hometown, and the fans are booing Bryan Danielson, as you would expect. But Bryan heals it up on them instead and says, well, what do I expect from a place like Virginia? They don't respect work. And the fans were letting them have it. I loved it, bro. I loved it. I thought it was great what they did here. Eventually, this leads to a pull-apart fight between the two, and the Dark Order is holding Bryan back and Page, and he said, wow, some friends you got there, they're holding you back. And the moment he says it, they let him go, and he actually gets a hold of Bryan, and Bryan scurries out of the ring. all of this was to lead to and this is Tiff's channel that just popped up here. If you guys are watching live on YouTube on the screen, Indie Wrestling Corner, and that's Indie INDIE Wrestling Corner. Check her out on YouTube, please. Best interviews in the game right now. So, dude, they're setting this match up, and we get our first contest that is set up for the night. That is Bryan Danielson versus the Dark Order's Evil Uno. Bro, Evil Uno has to be one of the most improved wrestlers since AEW started, in my opinion. And like overall, the physique has gotten better. He is more crisp in the ring. I really just think he's great. I think he's underrated, and a lot of people don't give him his flowers like they should. And I thought Bryan Danielson did very well here. Evil Uno had some impressive moves. We even saw him hit at one point a Hurricanrana. Bryan Danielson lands a beautiful running knee. He hit that kick so wonderful. I wonder how Kenta, in all caps, felt about that. And Bryan eventually knocks him out with the knee, stomps him still, and then locks him in a triangle choke for the victory. And he didn't have to do that. He was already knocked out, but Bryan is on a vicious streak. Now, I don't know if this is for 1 week only or if this is something we can expect permanently, but Bryan got the victory even after he didn't respond. In the ring, I believe Tony Schiavone was the one who came in. Bryan and him are talking, and Bryan has made a challenge for next week in Chicago. Well, who's he going to face? He wants to face Colt Cabana, Chicago's own Colt Cabana next week. He is going to run through the Dark Order. This should be great. Really should be great. That's going to be a fun match. Really fun match. And I'm going to get through these promo segments really quickly here. MJF, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Now, you know, we've had our beef on Twitter. He's talked shit about my review shows, and I've met him face to face. But MJF cut a fire promo tonight. He was spitting all over the place. Him and Darby, right after they tore the house down in the opening match of Full Gear, they're talking, and MJF lets you know, oh, for everybody who says, oh, he's only good on the stick. He was heated in this promo, but it came off the way it needed to. He was vicious. He knew what he wanted to say, and he sounded so good. Great promo by MJF. More on him later because there's some interesting talk that we're going to have about him. Eddie Kingston is then backstage, and I'm glad they pivoted away from what I thought they were doing with Eddie Kingston, because what I thought they were doing was not what I wanted. Eddie Kingston is backstage, and he has his promo interrupted by 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, Buffalo's own Daniel Garcia. And Eddie Kingston is really pissed off. He says, no one can ever cut a promo around here without an interruption. And he basically headbutts, like nudges with his head, Daniel Garcia, and it sounds like we're going to get a match between them. 2.0 was talking shit. He definitely called Matt blockhead out of 2.0. Had me in stitches, bro. Love Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston's got the push right now, and I think a lot of people are behind him. Dude, let this man go to work. I'm telling you, and I'm glad, because I thought they were going to turn him heel by the promos he was cutting with Punk about the slug and the razor blade, and it sounded like they were going to make him go crazy. They did the right thing here. Let this man do what he's going to do. Let him rock. And I loved it. I thought it was great. And I can't wait to see the matchup between these two. Really, really good stuff amongst everybody here. Let's get into your feedback, though, from the chat here, because this is about interactiveness, and I always talk about by the fans, for the fans. I want to hear what you guys think about a lot of this. Let's see here. All right, we start off here. Dark Order is impotent. Yeah, I got some dirt today. I can log in with the other channel of easier. Thank you for doing that. Conrad, Don is hiding in the treehouse with Chris. Yeah, I bet he's hiding in Chris's treehouse. You better tell Chris quit smoking them funny cigarettes. Happily subscribe to Indie Wrestling Corner. Thank you, Matt. Jesus, Paige and Bryan were great. I agree, Jesus. They did a really good job in this. The brawl between these two, and I really love that they're ramping up this match. It's just, when is it going to happen? do you save it for the New Year Dynamite? Do you save it for the end of the year before the New Year? Could you save it for, like, are they going to do another Winter is Coming, or are they going to hold off for that Battle of the Belts in January once they move over to TBS? Gotta promote it right. So let's see what they do here. I don't get the Virginia / work line, to be honest. He was just talking that shit. I think they have a lot of somebody, if you're from Virginia, correct me if I'm wrong. I thought they had a lot of people who worked like blue collar jobs in Virginia, and I think that he was just talking shit to get heel heat. Bryan Danielson talking about his WrestleMania moments. Yes. And you're appreciated too, Tiff. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do anything extra for me. You know how we are. Bryan mentioned winning the world championship at Mania. He's a big dog, and he knew people would boo that. Be there at Battle of the Belts, as Zahn said. Okay. Bryan versus Paige should be the battle for the belts. It should be. It should be. That's when I would do it if I had the choice. So that way you can get the maximum amount of exposure for it. And it's going to be back on TNT for that night as well. They're working Tony. Whoa, we can't say that now. Come on now. Bryan versus Colt in Chicago, man, the heat that will be in that building. Yes. B-Boy Skyline, what's good, Jordy? Says Buffalo versus everyone. Eddie versus Garcia. Yes. Yes. Garcia versus Eddie should be good. AEW Smarks. What's good, Tokyo? Punk was the heel versus Kingston. He was, but Tony Khan brought a great point. It was like WrestleMania 18 where the people turned on The Rock and he had to kind of think on the dime and say, well, I'm going to act like the heel in this match then. That's what Punk had to do with Kingston. Jericho needs to stay away from, hey, come on now. Come on now. Leave my man Jericho alone. I don't want to body shame on here now. WrestleMania got booed. They hate Vince for ruining their faves. Tokyo put on he put on weight like that for wrestling in Japan. Do you think that Darby Allin will end Billy Gunn's undefeated streak this Friday? I think so, Ace. And it's a well-deserved streak. Billy Gunn and the Ass Boys, or whatever you want to call them, the Gun Club, doing the damn thing lately. If you've been watching Dark and Dark Elevation, if Bryan's going to face every member of the Dark Order, then it would take him until January if he did one per week. Maybe he'll double up on Rampage next week, BJ. Virginia be in them coal mines. I don't mean Michael. Punk said you didn't like the MMA knees and started kneeing Eddie some more. Really good stuff. People are saying the ass man. We need a Wardlow and MJF turn soon. You got time, I think, with that, Chad. You got time. Let's move into the next match. And this was probably one of the matches I was looking most forward to. And I actually have a pretty cool story about this yesterday. So, side story real quick before we get into this match. I'm going to leave the graphic up while we tell it. I was actually in a grocery store near me yesterday. And I tried to go to Walmart first. I was just grabbing a couple things. Nothing big, nothing major. And while trying to do that, I couldn't get in because Walmart lost all its power. So I had to go to a local grocery store up the street from me, not too far away from Walmart. And going in there, I actually happened to see the Blade while all that was happening. I didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to say anything to him because he looked like he was just trying to get in and out without, being recognized and stuff. But salute to the Blade, man. I'm glad to see him working hard, man. I couldn't believe that he was like right there in front of me. I'm like, don't you have a match tomorrow? What's going on? But he's holding it down. So the Butcher and the Blade with Matt Hardy and the Bunny versus Orange Cassidy and Tomohiro Ishii with the Best Friends and Rocky Romero. If y'all don't know about, number one, the Butcher and the motherfucking Blade, then you don't know. You don't know about that local Buffalo wrestling scene. Orange Cassidy, he's that dude. And if you love New Japan Pro Wrestling, Ishii is the shit. I'm telling you, he's one of my favorites. Stone Pitbull should have been an Intercontinental Champion. Damn that Neverweight Championship. It's always been locked on him. We need to see him in the world title picture. And if you want some great Ishii matches to check out, I highly recommend his matches with Kenny Omega in the G1, any of them. I would also recommend his most recent match with Jay White was really good, I thought. He's got great matches with Okada. He's got great matches with everybody. Check out Ishii. I'm telling you. The dude's amazing. He really puts on a good show, and nothing but love and respect for that guy. Always doing the damn thing. So holding it down, greatly appreciate him. Let's get into what this match had to offer, why it was happening, and what else was going to be done here. So, also, the Butcher came off of his band's tour. The Butcher is in a pretty famous rock band called Every Time I Die, and they are on tour right now, but he came off tour for this match, probably so he could wrestle Ishii, because Ishii is the man. And the Butcher and the Blade are locals here from Buffalo. And actually, if you guys didn't know, on Tuesday, I'm doing an interview with the ring announcer from ESW, Empire State Wrestling. And Chris Gulo and myself are going to be talking a little bit pro wrestling and what he does. And I hope you guys can all join us on Tuesday at 7 p.m. talking some pro wrestling. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to hear more about that. But in this matchup, Ishii and the Blade start things off. I love that they teased the Butcher wrestling, and he was like, nah, not right now. Not right. What do I need to be out here for? And you know that's the moment everybody wanted to see, but they just let it happen. So after they start things off, Orange gets in the ring, does a lot of his silly stuff, but he's making the HFO mad. They attack while the referee is distracted behind his back. Dude, I have to say this. Side note, I know I said how awesome everything is, but can we also please talk about, like, what the fuck, man? Why are we still getting this feud with HFO and Orange Cassidy? Bro, fucking end this. Like, we had somebody's hair get cut. Matt Hardy got his nose broken. He got his win back over Orange. Why is this still continuing? I want to see something different. I don't know. I just feel like this has went on for way too long. End this shit. I don't know what's the end game. This has to be a big Dynamite match or something, I'm guessing. End this feud, please. And Matt Hardy doesn't need all these people in the HFO. Matt Hardy and Private Party were great. The rest of the people right now don't fit. Butcher and the Blade with Malachi Black. TH2, figure something out for them to do, because I don't know. Is Jack Evans still even in the group? Nothing has been explained as far as that goes. I don't know. I got nothing. Let's see here. BJ says Billy and the Ass Boys, as Danhausen called them. Best friends at the Tokyo Dome at Wrestle Kingdom. Hey, I ain't mad at that, Sonny. I like that idea. Tomohiro Ishii. I miss Trent. Me too. Trent with the question mark for life. Did the Blade have his bunny with him? Yes, he did. OC made the right call for tonight. Absolutely. Ishii is the man in Chaos, bro. Like, I'm telling you, if it's Okada, Ishii's like right under him. Like, if I had to pick somebody. Yeah, I agree. They need to end this feud. Jesus knows. TH2 is wasted. I hope they get an opportunity, Matt. I really think Angelico has delivered in a lot of his singles matches, and so has Jack. Like, I don't know what to do with them at this point. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with them. That feud is a waste of time because TK wants to do Rainmaker versus Big Money. That'd be great. Endgame is, he's saying a ladder match. Matt Hardy versus Okada. Y'all tripping right now with this Big Money Matt Okada. I can see it happening, though, on like a big show. Back into this match, though. Ishii and the Butcher land strikes. New Japan is all about the hard striking style. Ishii hits a big superplex off the top rope, and he showed his strength in this because he actually lifted the big Butcher up for the superplex. Orange Cassidy tags in, hits a tilt-a-whirl DDT. The Blade goes for the brass knuckles, but Rocky Romero, the homie, stops him because he's like, oh, no interference on my watch, dude. And Orange Cassidy then hits a big dive onto the floor on everybody out there. And this leads Tomohiro Ishii to land the big lariat on the Blade and a brain buster for the 1, 2, 3. Chef's kiss, bro. Love the brain buster when he hits it. Good stuff. What's up, Chucky? Chucky said, get off my knife. Chucky, I enjoyed your episode yesterday, my friend. Definitely a good show. If you want, Chucky, subscribe to the channel, bro. Let me know, man. I appreciate you. Charles Lee Ray, hold it down on Tuesday nights at 10 p.m. on USA. BJ said they don't know what to do with these groups right now. Yeah, that's true. That's the TLC. Yeah, that I thought it was a ladder match when they called it the Escalera de la Muerte match. Maybe I have it wrong. Maybe I'm mixing my Lucha Underground and the ladder match between the Bucks and the Lucha Bros up. But good to have Chucky in here, like I said. So after that win, Andrade and FTR make a challenge for an 8-man tag, and they say, we'll pick up Malachi Black, and we want to take on Cody, Pac, and the Lucha Bros. Interesting. Pac's in a group with the Lucha Bros, Death Triangle. Cody and Malachi are tagging along, I guess, for the moment here, and Andrade still must have the services of FTR. I like it. They seemed upset that they didn't get the tag title win, so all these stories are intertwining with each other, and it's going to lead to a big match next week on Dynamite. And we have Britt Baker, DMD, and she is giving some of the business out in a promo backstage and talks about Jamie Hayter getting ready to do battle with Thunder Rosa. Notice how she's ducking Thunder Rosa's name. She's like, oh, no, we don't talk about her because they don't want to remind her that Thunder Rosa was the last person who beat her. Thunder Rosa's getting that title shot. It's coming sooner than later. Respect it. So that is all set up for that match. And now we get ourselves a match for the TBS Championship. Wait a minute. Matt, what did you just say? E says, I think Bucks versus Lucha. Now laugh out loud. I'm not sure. Chat. Matt Lopez says, hey, Chucky, stop making kids into orphans. Hurts me so every Tuesday. Let's get into the TBS quarterfinals of the tournament here. We have a matchup that was a big-time battle between the second and third holder of the AEW Women's Championship. Nyla Rose versus Hikaru Shida. I love the chemistry that these two have. These two can deliver a good match anytime. I also love the chemistry Nyla Rose has with Rio. Nyla Rose has been a big part of the women's division. Much respect. And Hikaru Shida, also another great women's champion. So thumbs up to both of them here in this matchup. Nyla Rose is out there with her manager, Vicky Guerrero. The early focus is on Shida's left knee. Remember, Shida's knee was injured by Serena Deeb. Shida also goes on the outside looking for her patented Sabu-style jump off the chair, but she plays to the crowd a bit too much, and Nyla ends up beating her down, setting her up in a chair, and she goes for a flip off the apron, but eats shit. And Nyla goes right through it. Looked like a painful landing. I hope Nyla's all right. Shida then gets a cane and canes Vicky. After that, we get back from commercial break. And Serena Deeb is just interfering in the matchup here. And after that, Nyla Rose hits that drape the drape knee off the top rope, lands on Shida, and Shida flips over. I love when Nyla does that move. It is beautiful. It's probably my favorite move in her moveset. And it was so well done. She goes for the pinfall, but Shida kicks out. They teased us. They played me. After Shida kicks out, Nyla does not know what to do, and Shida starts firing up, and she is able to get a triangle locked in on Nyla Rose. But Nyla is able to powerbomb her way out of it. Not enough for the win, though, with the Beast Bomb. She couldn't hit the Beast Bomb. She just was able to powerbomb her out of it to stay out of it. And Shida goes for a spinning knee, and Nyla Rose catches the spinning knee and locks in the stretch muffler. Big Johnny, my muffler fell out. If you know where that's from, funny as hell, and you're a true wrestling fan. But the stretch muffler gets locked in, and Shida has no choice but to tap out. Shida and Serena Deeb, all about it. All about it. I'm not mad. I really wanted them to get a match on the pay-per-view, but maybe we'll get that at Revolution. I like that we're getting more women's feuds that don't even involve the championship. Thumbs up. No bitching from me here. No bitching from me. Unsanctioned doesn't count, apparently. No, that was a lights out match with Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker, if that's what you're referring to, Rob. Good women's match. Nyla finally beat Shida. Yes. Shida is one of my favorites. Same, Matt. Chucky doesn't show up doesn't show up, Matthew and Conrad. Shida is underrated in my mind. I think some fans sleep on her a little bit. She doesn't get enough credit. Shida is a beautiful peach, Chad says. Six says MF this show after teasing CM Punk versus MJF promo and having Punk just walk off. I don't like being teased. We had a good laugh at that, me and Sick in our chat. Shout out to XGW and that crew as well. That chair spot was perfect. Yeah, it looked brutal. Dusty Daddy. Yeah, he knows where that's from. Big Johnny, my muffler. It's a disgusting story if you guys have never heard it, but you could type in Big Johnny muffler as soon as this ends. So Nyla Rose is moving on to the next round of the tournament. We get Malachi Black. He cuts a promo about the 8-man tag in his creepy, mysterious ways. I like it. All about it. Keep Malachi on television more. I really want something to happen with this, though. Is Cody really going to stay babyface? Like, what are we doing here? I don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be a interesting match on Thanksgiving Eve next week. Sick, as he just brought up, we have MJF and the Accountability Buddies, Wardlow and Shawn Spears coming out. What the yo, hashtag wrestling fashion. Shout out to JPQ and Queen. I'm sorry to steal the gimmick, but what in the hell? What in the bluest of blue hells was Shawn Spears wearing? He had on like a beanie cap, a freaking jacket, a dress jacket with no shirt on underneath. Wardlow, talk to your man, dog. Talk to him. I know Tully would not approve of the Horseman dressing like that. We got to fix that. So he comes out with this chair and everything, and MJF is talking his ish. And he's out there saying that there is no one in that locker room who can beat me. Hit the static. Here comes the best in the world, CM Punk. And as Six said, we thought CM Punk was going to get on the mic and just deliver it.
Fatality.
That's what Sick wanted. He wanted the fatality. He wanted them to get on the microphone and go against each other. But CM Punk decided, nah, not tonight. And walked away. What a tease. How could you tease us like that, CM Punk? How could you tease us like that? We all wanted that moment. I don't get it, man. But I think we know going. So right now, it looks like Revolution is shaping up a little bit, the card at least. And I don't know if they're teasing some of these bigger matches for the debut on TBS. But I feel like Punk and MJF could happen at Revolution. And you just visit it later. I feel like you can save Thunder Rosa versus Britt Baker for Revolution. I think Thunder Rosa is going to be eliminated in the next round. Jamie Hayter is going to defeat Thunder Rosa. And then she's going to move on from this. She's good. If she doesn't lose to Jamie Hayter that first week, it's definitely happening the second week. And then Thunder Rosa is going to focus on Britt Baker and getting back that title. Telling you, first women's steel cage match is my prediction still for that match. That's how I think they're going to do it. So it's starting to shape up. And then we get to Darby Allin, who's backstage. Darby Allin says he will eventually have a rematch with MJF. Keep that in your mind. He says he'll get his rematch with MJF eventually, but right now he's not taking any time off and he's getting ready to put out a challenge. And he is interrupted by Billy Gunn. Mr. Ass. The Ass Man. How come Billy Gunn is in such good shape, bro? This dude is freaking jacked. He comes up and says he's going to wrestle Darby Allin. I think this could be a really good match. This should be really fun between the two of them. Really good. Put out the challenge. I like it. I'm for it. And it looks like we're getting that match pretty quickly, too. And I'll touch on that more in a minute. But Billy Gunn, Darby, Billy Gunn is undefeated. Remember, him and the Gun Club, the Ass Boys, they're all undefeated. So we've got some shit happening right now with this. And we get a backstage promo. Shout out to Rob for taking these notes for me. The Young Bucks and Adam Cole, the Super Click, are backstage cutting a promo about how they were embarrassed this past weekend. And Adam Cole said he would challenge Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy with one of his best friends, Bobby Fish. Rob, I don't know if you wrote that on purpose, but I'm going to have a word with you. Matt Jackson cuts him off from saying the word undisputed before it is even said. So it looks like we're getting a little mini UE reunion against Jurassic Express next week. Should be good. Should be good. I like it. I like it. Where are we here with Chucky? Stop being a damn evil doll. I think he will stay babyface. Black talking about wanting a House of Black stable. Color me interested. I'm all for it too, Sick. Like I said, Butcher and the Blade, Abaddon with the bunny. Bro, you got yourself a nice little group right there. I like it, and I think it fits the Butcher and Blade and the bunny so much better than HFO. Why are they motivated by money? They look like they would be hanging with Alistair more than Matt. That's just me. Cody wears sunglasses, somebody said. Indoors, no way he's staying face. Harsh. Let's see here. Dude thinks he's living in 93. Spears dressed like a background dancer for MC Hammer in the 90s. I don't know what the hell Sean Spears was doing. Fade to black. HBK Chucky will say no promises. Sean was looking like HBK during his GM days. What's going on, Bradley? How you doing? Thank you for joining us. Britt or Rebel are going to help Jamie beat Rosa. Chad says CM Punk's going to be visited by the Brady Bunch. The one, Billy Gunn. Billy Gunn's got a lot of nicknames. Thunder will have to win it because it'll be heel versus heel in the semifinals if she loses. Let's see here. WTF with Austin saying, I love turtles. So he said, I love turtles, Matt, because there's a kid who looks just like Darby Allin that people always say it's him. You can YouTube it afterwards, but you'll laugh your ass off once you see it if you've never seen the video before. Billy's got the good supplements piece, bro. Billy is on the gin. Whoa, come on, y'all. Billy Gunn is it. All right now. All right. Finally, the Gun Club gets some airtime. Terrible. Let's go. CJ knows I've been wanting MJF versus Punk promo. I don't even need a match. Just cut promos on each other. Then give me what could possibly be one of the stiffest matches ever. Punk versus Kenta. I would like to get that too. I can see Punk. Kenta's the IWGP US champ right now. I could see Punk possibly getting that belt for a little run. I'd be down. Adam Cole and Bobby Fish, and that's almost undisputed. UE. I want to see JE/Bucks feud to be finished too. Yeah, they can move past this. I know what you saw, and it was completely unintentional. That's why I said Bobby Fish like 5 times. Yeah, it sounded like Fish, but that's not what was on there. Adam Cole is probably bringing Kyle in next. If Kyle O'Reilly's smart, bro, he ain't signing with NXT. Fuck all that. I said it. I think Thunder Rosa wins, and then Britt and Hayter cost her as revenge, which leads to her versus Baker later. Oh, you're breaking them up early. E says Voodoo Kid Mafia. Slander it. Voodoo Kid Mafia, I liked them when they were in TNA. Dante Martin versus Leo Rush versus the Acclaim. Not one of the better nights on the microphone, I felt, for the Acclaim. But these guys... Gosh darn. So listen, you got Leo Rush with the speed. You got Dante Martin with the bunnies. These two are on 100 in this match, bro. Dante Martin and Leo Rush have not been missing. They have been on point, like must see on television every week. The Acclaim uses double team tactics to get the advantage. Dante Martin gets the best hot tag I've seen in a minute from somebody. He leapt across both members of the Acclaim's back, tagging Leo. Leo comes in and he goes nuts, bro. He is just kicking everybody. He's smacking people. Leo Rush is good. And he even hopped off someone's back to hit a Hurricanrana as well. At one point, we got Max Caster landing a big elbow off of the top rope, and Martin is able to break it up so that Leo Rush can continue on in the match. Dante gets in, lands a big drop kick on Bowens. After that happens, Leo gets the tag. He goes for a nasty frog splash, Binya Pollywog style. And we get the 1, the 2, the 3. Bro, another win for Leo Rush and Dante Martin. I like this team. I see potential now. At first, I thought they were gonna have Leo stay heel, but I feel like now they're like, nah, this is the team right here. Keep them babyface. And afterwards, Team Taz come out. The fuck you been? You know, I'm rocking the orange tonight though, so I can't hate. Team Taz comes out. Ricky and Taz do all the talking for them though, and they say, "Hey, we came out and we're just here to persuade you. Still, you had an offer to join Team Taz, Dante." We waited a long time for Will Hobbs, and it's going to mark a year that Will Hobbs was in Team Taz, and we'll wait for you too. And it looks like there could be a few brewing with Team Taz and Leo Rush and Dante Martin. We got things happening. Von Wagner, fuck you mean? Yeah, you see that thumb that's up. You know what I'm talking about. This tag match was fire, Matt Lopez said. This was match of the night for me, Conrad. This was really close for me too, Jesus. You could argue a lot of these matches again tonight. Bryan last said he heard Roderick Strong re-sign. Breaks my heart, my black mark heart. Have a good night. That show on Tuesday at 7 p.m. Thank you, Sonny. It's going to be a good interview with Chris. Leo's been killing it. Hashtag Buffalo, Sonny says. HBK, watch Becky Lynch get released for... Nah, she won't. They're not touching Becky. Team Taz needs to leave Dante Martin alone. He ain't joining, y'all. Doesn't it feel like they're kind of pivoting with Martin and Rush story? I feel like they don't know what they want to do with it, Rob. This started out with Rush clearly going to be taken advantage of, but Rush accidentally got the crowd on his side. Lashley. Leo Rush is killing it, Rockstar says. Leo Rush is awesome manager for Dante Martin. Team Taz will make a joke of Dante if he was with them. Wow. Hashtag support indie wrestling. Fact, Sonny. Team Taz music is dope. I did like their music tonight. It came over really good. Goosebumps. And then when Hook bumps into you in the hallway in that AEW game. Hook is the man. I need Roderick Strong to reunite with Jack Evans and reform Generation Next in AEW. Woo, that's throwback right there. So that's some ROH throwback. I hope he gets his moves on also. I don't blame Becky. I bet half the roster watches AEW. They all watch each other. It's all part of the competition, bro. Trust me. Trust. Backstage, Jurassic Express accepts the challenge that was laid out by Adam Cole, so they are accepting the tag match. So right now, here's what we got. Rampage is going to have Adam Cole and Bobby Fish versus the Jurassic Express. Jade Cargill versus Red Velvet in the TBS tournament. Can't wait for that match. And Billy Gunn versus Darby Allin this Friday on AEW Rampage. Don't miss it. Bryan Danielson versus Colt Cabana will be happening next week on that Thanksgiving edition of Dynamite. Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter in the quarterfinals. We also have a 8-man tag with Cody, Pac and the Lucha Bros versus Andrade, Malachi, and FTR. Could be fun next week. Could be fun. Jesus said Jungle Boy's getting better at promos. Yes, Jungle Boy did a good job in this promo. He did shave the beard, though. It hurt. He was backstage manscaping. He probably used our promo code EPW show. Save 20%. Free delivery, baby. Yeah, but shout out to Jungle Boy. That was a good promo. He's getting better week by week. You got to do it to get better at it. That's what we always say, right? So let the guy rock. Let him do what he's going to do. And everything should work out for him. Should work out. And right now, I am trying to minimize a window here. There it is. Chad said Jade versus Red Velvet is a peach match. Should be good. Jungle Man, BJ says. BJ, you got to just put that on a shirt, bro, and start selling it. Jungle Man, no Jungle Boy. It's main event time, guys. It is main event time. It's time. We've got Sammy Guevara, the TNT champion, versus Ring of Honor's own Jay Lethal. Quite the matchup that we have here. Jay Lethal's first match, he was announced as a signing at AEW Full Gear. If you watch like my Dynamite reviews and skip Full Gear, you're like, what the hell is going on right now? But Jay Lethal was announced as signed. I do know that there is controversy surrounding Lethal's name. I don't know what is true. A lot of us don't know. But like I said, if it is true, he needs to be held accountable. I don't know what they can do about that. So there's going to be some weird controversy surrounding it. But tonight, the fans seem like they were really into this matchup. We got a lot of early pinfall exchanges. Jay Lethal comes out to the Macho Man-esque music. Sammy lands an incredible dive on the outside, throws Lethal back in. He goes for a nice shooting star press. Lethal gets the knees up. Sammy's ribs are still taped up from the big Minneapolis street fight that went on Saturday, and he is hurt. Jay Lethal goes for a lethal combination. Sammy blocks it and lands a Spanish fly for a near fall. Sammy has injured ribs in the match, and he goes to the outside at one point, and he looks to do a senton over the off the top rope, and he ends up going through a table instead. God damn. He goes through the table, crashes and burns. Things not looking so good right there. It looks like Sammy could be going out for the count. Jay Lethal gets in the ring, goes for the Randy Savage elbow drop, but Sammy is able to counter with a crucifix pin. Sammy Guevara, the Spanish God, as Derek would say. But that's not enough to put away Jay Lethal. He knew what was coming. The counters, the back and forth are just happening. We get some great movement back and forth between these two, but then eventually Jay Lethal is caught by Sammy, and he is in the position for the GTH. Sammy lands the GTH. 1, 2, 3. Sammy Guevara retains the TNT Championship in what I thought was a fun match between the two. After the match, the Inner Circle come out to congratulate Sammy. He extends his hand to Lethal, and unlike when MJF extended his hand to Punk earlier, he shook his hand. Punk walked away from him and just broke everyone's heart in this chat. In this segment here, shook hands. Everything was a lovely day, and they kept it moving. Thumbs up. No complaints. Show went off the air. Very, very, very good. Let's go to the chat to see what they thought of this match. Let's see here. Hey, Conrad, tomorrow 2K is supposed to drop some WWE 2K22 news. I know, Matt. I wish I was here to cover it. I have a prior engagement, and I feel like they're going to drop the news during that time because I'm going to be gone during it. But if you guys want, I could try to put up a video. Let me know if you want a 2K22 small video tomorrow, and I'll try to get on just to cover the news. And I also have to do a podcast guest situation tomorrow as well on the Mr. Warren Hayes show. So if you guys have not followed Mr. Warren Hayes, please do that as well. We are going to be talking Survivor Series. It's going to be in his Discord, I believe. So come on over and hear us talk about it. It should be a good conversation. We already had some words about it already. Tokyo says JF and Lethal, you got to keep doing it to get better at it. And if you want to keep doing it, you need to be looking trimmed and fresh. That's why you need Manscaped. VJ, you are selling tonight. Got to get you in marketing. Thank God that Spanish God Sammy is still the champ. Jay Lethal should join the Inner Circle because they would always have his back. Just saying. Matt Lopez said Sammy Jay Lethal match of the night. I'm going to give that my match of the night as well. But I will say that tag match that Jesus mentioned, it was right there. Like, if you said either one, I'm not mad. Neck and neck. That opener was really good, too, with Bryan and Uno, I thought. Jay Lethal brought his best, but it wasn't enough to pick up the win. Facts, Ace. The Bri Wills needs that top rope elbow to a backslide pin counter. Holla at your boy, E. Holla at your boy. My man B's been super busy. Probably working on that game for us. So much love to him. I wonder when we're seeing Tony versus Sammy. Yes, they did have Tony Nese in the crowd showing him once again. So that match, I think, has got to be happening. Rob is coming in. Yeah, give me your ratings, guys, as well for the show out of 10, out of 5. If you guys want to do it out of whatever, just let me know what it's out of, and I'll read them off real quick. And then we'll get ready to head on out of here. I like Punk turning his back on MJF. He's still a little butthead at heart. That was a good match. I hope they give Jay Lethal a good storyline going forward. Yeah, they got a lot of talent. They got to write for it too, J-Hub. It's going to be tough. Solid show. 7 out of 10 for me, Rob says. Tokyo says 8 out of 10 show. Sammy versus Lethal is also my number 1 match of the night as well. Matt Lopez is going with an 8. Jesus said thumbs up show for him. I'm also going to say thumbs up. Really good. Understand AEW is putting them boys to work. You saw Omega Springboard Liger Bomb. Like, calm down, guy. I did. I was making requests to the Ukes team to put that in already. Please put that in. Springboard Liger Bomb. We need it. Thumbs up from E as well for the show. Chad says 9 out of 10 for the show. And Conrad's podcast, 10 out of 10 as always. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate you, fam. Ace says thumbs up as well. Yes. It was a good show tonight. It was almost as fun as being in here talking with you guys. BJ says 7.8 out of 10. This show, 10 out of 10. Still plugging you guys on the watch-alongs. Yes, BJ did have a great watch-along tonight. If you guys do want to watch with somebody on Twitch, BJ's your guy. BJ, feel free to put your channel name in here while we're still talking. And let me know. You guys come watch along, and I hope we both grow from it. Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm all about it. I like helping out people in the wrestling community, especially if you're a friend and we talk pro wrestling and stuff, and you guys have come on the podcast. All for it. Let me know what you need help with. So the WWE 2K22 news should be coming out tomorrow. I will try to see if I could discuss something as far as what news we get. Could it be the announcement of GM mode? I would hope so. Maybe some gameplay. I hope we get some resolution as to what they're doing with this roster because it keeps getting gutted every single time. We'll have to see. And there's BJ's channel name. It's Squiggy Games. So you guys check him out. And Squiggy is SQUIGIGAMES. And that is all one word for Twitch. E says need gameplay. Yeah, so once I'm available tomorrow, I will try to hop on and see if we can make some magic happen for a quick video. I don't think it'll be anything too long, depending on how much news we get, but I'd like that. So, guys, I'm going to get you out of here with 5 minutes to spare before we hit an hour in this video. Thank you guys so much for coming on in. We hope to have Derek back next week. Like I said, we're going to keep an eye on how these Dynamite reviews are doing to see if we're going to continue them. So please, if you guys like it, enjoy it, tell me, let me know. Everybody who joined me in the chat tonight, you guys are all appreciated. Dead serious. I say it every week, but without you guys, there is no EPW. And for everybody who is interested, make sure you check back in tomorrow for the WWE 2K22 content. Also going to be with Mr. Warren Hayes tomorrow, late night, talking some Survivor Series preview and predictions. Then Tuesday, interview. We got Chris Gulo from ESW. We are going to be talking about his comedy stuff. We're going to be talking about what he has done in pro wrestling, how he got interested in pro wrestling, and maybe even some WrestleNomics. So make sure you guys are in for this. Shout out to Chucky. He said that he gives the show 10 knives. All right. As long as we're not getting any police call, Chucky, we're all right, bro. We're all right. Thank you. Thank you guys so much, man. All love. I am out. We'll be back. Like I said, 2 videos next week, and we will be back with a Dynamite review for Thanksgiving. Peace.
Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes. By the fans, for the fans, not many in this can understand, this the podcast to show you who I am, Conrad Cushman, the legend in the plans, please listen every day to the showcase, the opinions and knowledge that anyone can take, showing you how it is done, proving I am number one, what a legend becomes. This is now my time to show you that I am here, this podcast just to make it loud and clear, by the fans, for the fans, not many whose head can understand everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinion and the lesson, yes. Everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast for the people, the best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin, the opinions, the lesson, yes.